What if one thing your mind, your soul, and body has been crying out for was not another self care routine, but the decision to finally show up confidently in your life? Trust me, confidence is not just about how you show up in the world, it's about how we feel when we wake up in the morning. And today, I want to show you why confidence might be the most powerful thing you can do for your mental health. Hey girl, you showed up today and I'm so here for it. My name is Makashi, your sis in boldness, faith, and all things dear shy girl. This is the space where God gets the glory and you get to live every single week, you and I feeling seen, fired up, and ready to move. So, welcome to Dear Shy Girl podcast. Let's go. This month is Mental Health Month, and I want to talk about something that nobody in the mental health conversation is talking about enough. That is the connection between confidence and mental health. And here is what I've discovered personally. When I started choosing confidence, not performing it, not faking it, but genuinely choosing to walk in who God says I am, something shifted in me that I was not expecting. My mind felt clearer, my emotions felt more manageable, my energy came back, my anxiety reduced, my sleep improved, my relationships deepened, and my whole body felt different. And I realized choosing confidence was not just changing how I showed up in the world, but it was healing something on the inside of me. So stay with me and I'll share more of this with you today. Here is what science tells us. Research from the American Psychological Association found out that low self-confidence is directly linked to increased level of anxiety, depression, and chronic stress. In fact, studies show that women who struggle with confidence experience significantly higher cortisol level, that is stress level, than women who operate from a place of self-assurance. And I'm going to break this down for you. It means that low confidence is not just an emotional experience, it's a psychological one. It lives in our bodies, it affects our hormones, it impacts our sleep, it influences our immune system, and it shapes our entire physical experience of life. But on the flip side, choosing confidence, choosing to believe who God says about you over what fear says literally changes your body chemistry. Your cortisol drops, your serotonin rises. Serotonin is actually what regulates the quality of our body functions such as mood, sleep, and energy levels. And your nervous system becomes relaxed. Your body excels. Science calls it the confidence effect, but God calls it peace that passes all understanding because God already knew from the beginning that this is what our body needs. Trust me, I know what it feels like to live in a low confidence state. The constant anxiety, the overthinking that never stops, the emotional exhaustions of just managing fear every single day, the heaviness of carrying a dream you're too scared to pursue, the mental noise of worrying about what everyone thinks about you and what you're doing, and the physical tiredness that comes from living in a state of constant self-doubt. Trust me, I've been there and I'm daily walking through that. I was tired, not just emotionally, but physically drained, mentally drained, spiritually depleted. And here is what I discovered every time I started choosing confidence instead. I began learning how to manage my many streams of emotions instead of being managed by the emotions. And that was a game changer because emotions are real. They are valid and they deserve to be processed. But trust me, they are never meant to be the steering wheel for our lives. God's promise is what is meant to be the steering wheel for our life. And when I started anchoring my mind in what God says instead of what the world was showing me, everything shifted. My emotions became something I could observe and process rather than something I was drowning in. And then I learned something else that changed me: gratitude in the middle of pain. And this is one of the most powerful mental health tools available for us today. Not gratitude that denies the pain, not toxic positivity that pretends everything is fine, but the kind of gratitude that says, "This is hard, but God is still good. This hurts, but I am still held by God. This season is not what I planned, but trust me, something beautiful is still growing in it." That kind of gratitude rewires our brain and it literally shifts our natural chemistry, and it anchors our soul in something bigger than our current reality. And here is the connection I want you to see today. Choosing confidence is an act of mental health care. Every time you choose to believe God over fear, you are taking care of your mind. Every time we choose to show up instead of hiding, we are taking care of our souls. Every time we move our body, invest in our appearance, nourish ourselves well, we are taking care of our body, mind, body, and soul. That is true confidence at work. And I'm going to be sharing with you 7 quick practical steps to make confidence your mental health practice daily. Before your phone, before the news, before the noise, just 5 minutes with God, not a complicated routine. Just 5 minutes of stillness where you anchor your mind in who you are and how you want to show up before the world tells you who you are and how you should show up. And also at the end of the day, before bed, spend some time with God, spend some time with your mind. Let your mind breathe. That is one habit that changes my entire day and changes my sleep. And trust me, it will help you too. Step 2, manage your emotional streams. Our emotions are really valid, every single one of them. But here is a practice that really helps. When an emotion arises, name it, acknowledge it, and process it. But trust me, processing it with God is so much better. And then choose your response. You are not your emotions. You experience your emotions. And when you learn to observe them instead of sweeping them away, you reclaim so much more mental energy, so much more peace, and so much more clarity. So today, experience your emotions, learn from it, and process it. Step 3, choose God's promises over your current reality. Trust me, it might sound delusional, but your current realities are real, but truthfully, they are not final. Every single day, make a deliberate decision that I am going to anchor my mind in what God said, in His promises, in His plans for my life over what I'm currently seeing that maybe might not seem pleasant. So write God's promises down for yourself. Put them down somewhere you can go back to, somewhere you can read out to yourself on a daily basis if you need to, because faith is not the absence of hard reality. It is the decision to believe something bigger than your current reality. Step 4, practice gratitude in the middle of pain. This is not pretending everything is fine. Trust me. It is about training your mind to find evidences of God's goodness even in the hardest season. Every day, write down or say out loud in your mind 3 things that you're grateful for. Trust me, not big things, small things. It can be like the breath in your lungs, the community around you, and the fact that God has not let you go yet. Over time with this practice, we actually rewire our brain to default to hope instead of fear. I'll say that again. We rewire our brain to default to hope instead of fear. Step 5. Move your body intentionally. Exercise is one of the most powerful mental health tools available to us. Research shows that 30 minutes of movement reduces anxiety and depression as effectively as medication. And in many cases, you don't need to go to a gym. You don't need the perfect routine. You just need to move. You need maybe a walk or a dance in your kitchen or a little stretch. Do something that reminds your body that I am alive, I am here, and I'm showing up for myself. For me, I love dancing with my daughter, and it helps me so much to get some movement in. So make sure you move your body starting today. Step 6. Invest in your whole self. Skincare, nourishing food, rest, community, reading, and worship. And praise as well. Taking care of your whole self is not vanity, it's not indulgence, it is stewardship. God gave you one body, one mind, and one soul, and taking care of all three is one of the most confident things you can do for yourself. Last one, step 7. Choose confidence as a daily mental health practice. Every morning, make one confident decision, not a big one, just one. Post something, say something, try something, show up somewhere, because every confident decision you make sends your brain a signal. It says to your brain, I am safe, I am capable, I am worthy. And over time, those signals become your default. And trust me doing this video today, deciding to do this episode today, is me choosing confidence today. Trust me, this is not just about confidence, it's about healing. So let me hype you up before I go, because this is Mental Health Month and I need you to receive something today that is deeper than a self-care tip. I need you to know that the fact you're still here, still fighting, still choosing yourself, still showing up, that is not just strength. That is miracle. Because the enemy of your mind has been working over time, trying to stop you, feeding you with anxiety, feeding you with self-doubt, feeding you with the lie that you are too broken, too behind, and too far gone to be whole. And yet, you are still here. You're still believing, you're still trying, you're still choosing. And that is not your strength alone. That is God holding you up on the days that you could not hold yourself. And I want you to know that your mind is not your enemy. It's a garden. Every seed of confidence you plant, every promise of God you choose to believe, every grateful thought you choose over fearful ones, every time you choose to show up instead of hiding, you are tending to that garden. You're growing something beautiful in the very place that fear tried to make barren. And my dear, a confident woman is not a woman without struggles. She's a woman who decides her struggles will not have the final word. A mentally healthy woman is not a woman without heart season. She's a woman who has learned to be rooted so deeply in God that the hard seasons could not uproot her. And that woman, trust me, is you. You're worthy of mental peace. You're worthy of emotional freedom. You're worthy of a body that feels cared for. You're worthy of a soul that feels alive. You're worthy of a mind that feels settled. You're worthy of choosing confidence. Choosing to agree with who God says you are, one day at a time, one decision at a time, one grateful thought at a time, one show up moment at a time. That is the energy booster you did not know you needed. That is the mental health care nobody told you about, and it's available to you right now, today. So take it, girl. Be her, act as her, Leave us her. Choose confidence today. Go ahead and share in the comments how your mental health has been and what you are deciding to change today. And one thing that you're going to choose to do to take care of your mind and your body and soul this month and moving forward. And I'll be right there with you. And trust me, we're doing this together. I'm also going through it myself, and we're working together with this, with God backing us up. I want you to know that I love you, but God loves you so much. And trust me, He really, really, really got you. He got your back so, so much. I just need you to act like it. I'll see you on the next one.